Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. In this video, we'll discuss NVIDIA price movement for today and we'll try to make an assessment for early next week using technical charts and fundamental. We'll also take a look news regarding NVIDIA and economic data due next week that can impact NVIDIA stock price. Now, let's get started. You see NVIDIA stock chart for today on your screen. NVIDIA opened at 903, it made a high 914, it made a low 892, and it closed at 898. That is 1.27% up. So finally, NVIDIA went up today after 3 or 4 days negative closing in a row. I uploaded a video yesterday after SoundHound earnings, and I shared my opinion that since SoundHound beats the earning and also the revenue guidance is better than expected, and that should help NVIDIA go up today. So we notice NVIDIA went up today, and that's a good sign. But overall, the momentum does not look too strong. Take a look. After opening, NVIDIA tried to go up. It went 911, but after that, it came down. There was no other supporting data or news that could take NVIDIA further up. So at this point, NVIDIA is trading sideways. And what can happen Monday/Tuesday, we'll talk about when we take a look technical charts and economic data in a bit. Moving on, last 5 days, NVIDIA still up 0.60%. Last 1 month, NVIDIA down 0.81%. And last 6 months, NVIDIA still up 84%. As we noticed that after making all-time high, NVIDIA did some correction, but after that, it got some momentum. But at this point, last 3-4 days, NVIDIA either going down or doing sideways. So regarding my position, I bought NVIDIA shares sometime early this week at 902. I placed a limit buy position yesterday for 877, but I could not get it. Monday, I will observe overall market in the morning and try to place a limit buy for NVIDIA. Now let's take a look technical charts. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for NVIDIA on your screen and also the MACD chart. You notice NVIDIA was going down, so MACD was going down as well, and it tried to touch the zero line this morning, and now it's going in parallel to zero line. So at this point, you see there is no momentum, either downwards or upwards. But looking at this, the MACD line is suggesting that probably Monday NVIDIA should go up. Because trying to build some momentum to go up. See that? Well, let's take a look 30 minutes chart. So 30 minutes chart is better than the hourly chart. MACD line went below zero level, but after that it tried to go further up, but at this point it's touching the zero line. So this also tells that Monday, we should see some positive momentum on NVIDIA. But at the same time, remember Tuesday and Wednesday, we have PPI and the CPI data due. So Monday and Tuesday, probably market would be under pressure. So the CPI and PPI data, overall volatility will try to bring NVIDIA down on Monday, but the technical charts are suggesting NVIDIA should go up. Let's see who wins on Monday. Moving on to the RSI. RSI in a 30 minutes chart is at 52. So neither oversold nor overbought. So it does not suggest anything what's going to happen on NVIDIA on Monday. Let's take a look hourly chart. The hourly chart is also telling the same story. RSI lie in the middle. So it does not tell anything what's going to happen at this point. Let's take a look Bollinger Bands. You see Bollinger Bands on your screen. Let me make it a little bigger. So now you can see better. See NVIDIA stock chart is just above the middle line of Bollinger Bands, So this tells that there is slight positive momentum at this point on Nvidia, and it might carry on Monday as well. We'll see what happens. Now let's take a look Fibonacci levels. Now I have Fibonacci levels starting from 0% to 100%. The highest point is 962, and the lowest point is 762, as we saw yesterday. At this point, NVIDIA is trading between 919 and 885, between these two levels, since probably last 7 days. So this is why I call NVIDIA is moving sideways. And we noticed that 885 was a good, strong support level, and NVIDIA still was not able to break it. Let's see on Monday what happens. If we see more downward pressure due to the PPI and the CPI data, we might see NVIDIA go down based on the fundamentals and economic data and might try to test this level again one more time. On the upper side, we have the resistance at 919, and that also looks to me a strong resistance. So still, I'm guessing NVIDIA should trade between these two levels on Monday. But if PPI data comes better than expected on Tuesday morning, then that will be a good news for NVIDIA and the overall market, and I would think that NVIDIA should go up above 900 or probably should test 919 one more time. Now let's take a look news regarding NVIDIA. So the very first news is regarding inflation. Still market is trying to adjust this level before the inflation data. So today market went up, but Monday, I don't know. Maybe market may not go up on Monday. Let's see. And let's take a look. This one, stock surge on healthy earnings season, rising jobless claims this week in the markets. It says that 78% of the companies so far surpasses or beats the earning, and 61%, exceeded the revenue forecast. And that's good. That's overall, that's a very good picture. And also, the good thing happened yesterday was the jobless claim. The jobless claims came better than expected. Let's take a look. You see the weekly jobless claim on your screen? It came 231K versus 212K forecast, so it came better than expected. Before that, last 3-4 months, it came lower than expected. So whenever the jobless claims comes better than expected, it's a good news for the market when the market is waiting for rate cut. Because if the jobless claims comes lower than expected, this means that the job market is getting more stronger, and that's not a good news for the market because that will add pressure on the inflation, and Fed will further delay the rate cut. So that's a good thing. That's why you see market went up today. And overall, you see last 5 days, S&P is still positive 1.56%. And today is at 0.16% up. Now moving on. So now this news talks about SoundHound AI revenue surge, as we noted yesterday, and that helped NVIDIA stock today to go further up. Another good thing happened for NVIDIA is this one that says what's going on with NVIDIA stock. Let's take a look. It says that Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company reported a rise in April revenue on Friday. So, and you know that Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company is a major supplier for NVIDIA. So that's a good thing for NVIDIA. So another good news about NVIDIA is this one. HSBC maintains a buy rating on NVIDIA and raises the price target to 1350. So we see in last few days or week, analysts keep raising their price target for NVIDIA, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, we should not read too much into it because these analysts are very quick in changing their opinion if the thing goes in the other direction. Another one, similar news that says TSMC record sales surge. What's behind the sudden spike? That tells that 60% surge in April sales to 236 billion, driven by ongoing demand for artificial intelligence and signs of recovery in consumer electronics. Overall, this is a very good news for Nvidia, and I can read between the lines that maybe Nvidia should be able to report better than expected revenue guidance. We know about earnings beat, right? Nvidia has a good history of beating earnings. So this time, Nvidia should also be able to beat earnings. But the revenue guidance is a tricky part. But looking at the TSMC, strong April suggests that, in the coming future, the revenue is going to improve further. SoundHound, you see 7% up as we expected because SoundHound had a very good revenue guidance and the earning beat yesterday. So this 7% rise was very well expected. Navago also 2% up, Nvidia 1.27% up, Microsoft 0.59% up, but other AI stocks are negative today. But take a look, it's not too much negative, right? It's well below 1% overall, on average. We should not think that the downtrend has started in the AI stocks. This may be due to the regular correction or adjustment that happens every now and then on the AI stocks. Now let's take a look at economic data. You see this data on your screen. As we noted, no data is coming up on Monday. Tuesday, we have PPI data coming, and Wednesday, we have CPI data coming. And those two data are very important. Let's take a look historical trend. So I'm showing you the PPI historical data. So last month the PPI came 2.1% versus 2.2% forecast. So that came lower than the forecast, and that was a good news for the market. But before that came higher than the forecast. It's a mixed picture last 4 or 5 months. So this time I'm guessing the PPI should come around 2%. But we do not have the forecast at this point. Probably Monday we can take a look at this data further when we have the forecast. So I'm showing you these two tables. This has CPI actual overall and the core CPI actual year over year. The last month CPI actuals came 3.5% versus forecast 3.4%. So it came higher than the forecast, and also core CPI came higher than the forecast. The last few months, the inflation is coming higher compared with the forecast. But the core CPI side is not going high, but at the same time, it's not going down. It's staying between 3.8 and 3.9% for so long. We do not have the forecast at this point. Probably you can take a look further on Monday/Tuesday when we have the forecast. That's all for today regarding NVIDIA. If I summarize today's discussion, technicals are suggesting that NVIDIA should go up on Monday, and also the supporting data is TSMC that got a good sales in April. But since the PPI and the CPI data is due on Tuesday and Wednesday, so that should add some pressure on Nvidia. So overall, the trader will be cautious on Monday. Let's see what happens. But if the PPI data comes better than expected, Nvidia will go up and try to test 920 level on Tuesday. But my personal opinion is if Nvidia goes down on Monday, probably that will be a good opportunity to buy because the TSMC got better sales in April. I'm expecting Nvidia should be able to report better than expected revenue guidance. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.